Tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. The Dukes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arizona State's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that one.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. On the return, it's Wade. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Dukes offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll let it go down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Dukes will line up to punt it away. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Running it back, it's Wade. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Carter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The field goal is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Got the first down and more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
That's a first down for the offense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He leaves it with his back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got his man. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Put themselves in a bit of a bind, but that last one is 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Looking for room, it's Carter. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start in the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They've been running it, but now the pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The play action fake. Still looking on the move. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes a move. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Snap it to the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. In plus territory, not really much of a decision to make there. They had to go for it, and it paid off.
Yeah, they know points are going to be at a premium in this game, so they're going for it here, no doubt. Nice job picking up the 1st, and now putting a lot of pressure on this defense.
Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the returner goes down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Right down the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Sun Devils will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Running it back, it's Wade. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ball game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Back to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. The Dukes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. First down here for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Lets it fly. On target over the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll throw it on first down. Skips away from pressure. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He'll bring it back. It's Wade. They'll get down and put a stop for the return at about the 28-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Back to pass, it's Washington. Looking to buy time. He'll fire to his right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. Obliterates him, still on the move. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Looking to move it through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Picked off. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off with a defense.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Comes out throwing on first down. He's got it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to get to him. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Between the uprights, it's good.
This kid's got a big-time leg, man. He hit that into the wind, and it looked like that could have been good from 50.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will boot it away to start the second half.
Number 11, set to kick this one away.
Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Fighting off the defender. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the grab. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Out of the gun to give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Extending the play. On the run, fires downfield. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it on the move. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up the 1st and goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Duke.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Arizona State, 10.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. You're there in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
And the Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
The lone back's got it. Oh, that is a nice move to get the ball out to the 36. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Snap from the gun on third down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Pulls it in. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. They're going to run it. Discards a man. Open space at the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Here comes the two-point try.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David.
And he breaks into the open. He's at the 40. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now on the option. Now the pitch. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric one has him set up.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, James Madison. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blocking. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught downfield. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock. Give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
The aerial assault continues. This time it's complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious. Time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Catch in the middle. It's Pugh. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the...
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Arizona State. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. They're trailing by 10 to Georgia.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The give as they work on that clock. At the 45 on his way. He's piled up 97 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
Yeah, defensively, you better be east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. He's inside the 15. Can anyone catch him? And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. He'll pitch it. And he takes it to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. He'll try to do it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going up top here late in the game. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Fires left. And that pass picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan.